template for this jig.
Figured out a really cool jig.
So we need some kind of a jig to hold everything.
Build the jig yourself.
If you're tired of every project starting with building a jig before you can build your project, you're ready for Woodpecker's new joinery sled. The joinery sled uses the miter gauge slot of your table saw or router table to guide a rock-solid work table past your blade or bit. Woodpecker's patent-pending leaf spring miter bar compensates for miter slots that are poorly machined or heavily worn. The base of the sled that attaches to the miter bar has 5.5 inches of adjustment to position the work table where you need it. The sliding base that supports the work table has an additional 3.5 inches of adjustment. If you're using most of that adjustment space, you'll find spacers under the sliding table with adjustable nylon pads. Just screw them down until they contact your machine table, and any rocking is eliminated. The connection between the sliding base and the subbase is where the real magic of the joinery sled starts. 4 bearings keep the sliding base perfectly parallel to the subbase. The bearings are protected from shavings by access doors. But the smooth movement is only half the story of the sliding base. Lock the black knobs, leave the red knobs loose, and use the micro adjuster to dial in the perfect position of the work table. The work table adjusts to any angle between 44 and 91 degrees. Great for long miter cuts that simply are not possible with a table saw or miter saw. The work table has track clamp grooves that accept our pivot clamps and standard track clamps. The fence adjusts for angle as well as the table. The joinery sled is equally at home on your router table or table saw. Cut half laps on either machine. Create flawless sliding dovetails on your router table. Knock out bridle joints with speed and precision. Tackle complicated things like castle joints, and so much more. The joinery sled comes complete with 2 of our pivot clamps, a sacrificial fence, and a wall-mountable rack to keep your joinery sled right in plain sight and ready for work. Like all Woodpeckers products, the joinery sled is precisely machined and carefully inspected right here in Strongsville, Ohio. Dial in joinery perfection on your table saw and router table with Woodpecker's new joinery sled. Order yours today.